Okay, I'm here at night. What am I supposed to do now? Should I wait until someone starts shooting? I don't think this is such a great idea. I'd rather continue my investigations in the daytime. I would never have expected to find a fold-out couch here. And I don't even want to think about the other things I see here. Daphne surely has a dominatrix diploma. Fruits. I won't touch the bananas. They might be contaminated.
Hello, sweet young man. How nice of you to visit me. Make yourself comfortable.
I only wanted to...
Oh, no fear. You don't have to be nervous around me. Relax. Take your time. The night is young. If you're nervous, I can give you a massage.
Excuse me?
Ooh, such a sweet young fellow and so shy. How could I not fall for you? Take a look around in my little love cave and let the smooth ambience inspire.
Oh yeah, right. The ambiance. At the moment, all I feel is fear. That is, if I manage to control the nausea. But I will have a look around. For some, it's a state-of-the-art cellular radio unit, and for others, it's just the ugliest scrap heap on Earth. What kind of flap is this? Who should I call? Guess I can't call home. Well, I never. There's a mechanism in there. A hamster wheel? And a horseshoe magnet? Or both. No wonder that the thing is so big. I'm sure I'll find some use for the magnet.
Whatever you want, you're disrupting me.
That's not really a friendly welcome. What have I done to deserve that?
Well, it's your mere presence. Can't you see that I'm working? I develop machines that by tomorrow might decide the world's prosperity and misery.
Well, I can see some strange mechanisms. What's them things good for?
What's them things good for? Doesn't apparatus have to be good for something to have a right to exist? You reveal an uneducated and unschooled mind that fails when it gets beyond mere utility categories. Hey, my machines are cool. Ain't that at least something?
What exactly are you doing here?
Isn't that obvious? I'm building machines, up-to-date tools. Some according to my own plans, others are realizations of other scientists' plans. Although there are only a few scientists that can stand up to my genius. But some of them have invented rather nice things.
Whoa, you seem to be pretty sure of yourself.
You bet. And I'm quite right doing so. Just look around. I mean, I don't expect your restricted brain to understand the uniqueness of my inventions, but can't you just feel the creative mind in all those things?
What sort of mechanism is that big thing?
Ah, that. It's only the first mobile telephone ever. You can use it at any place in the world to call someone else. And it's a device you can practically carry in your pants pocket.
You think this thing fits in my pocket? Ah, I see. You want to sell it to a giant.
Ah, that's still just a prototype. I'm sure I'll manage to build a version which is a lot smaller. Then it'll lose about half of its single ton in weight.
So you could really make phone calls with the mobile telephone?
No, I couldn't.
Ah, and why not?
Because there is only this one apparatus. So, who do you want to call?
See you later.
A little change, please, sir.
Aren't you Walt, the rich fart?
Me? A rich fart? Would I sit here begging for money?
I could swear. You look just like Walt, the rich fart.
Ah, that's my rich twin brother. He cheated me out of all my funds decades ago. Since then, I've lived in the gutter. He passes by every day tossing a couple of apple skins to me.
Do you have a twin brother? I think you just can't get enough.
Ah, you got me. I don't have a twin brother. That's why people don't give me anything. Nothing. And I'm poor as a church mouse.
You won't be getting anything from me either. You've got to be kidding.
You have no idea what's really going on in the sensitive soul of a man without means.
Your soul? Aren't you carrying around that in your wallet? Are things really that bad that you have to run around asking for alms?
A lot worse, but I don't like to complain. 7 hungry mouths to feed, and some days all I bring home is a slice of bread. The citizens of Tallinn are proud and hard-hearted, and they don't give anything to the needy.
That's interesting. Aren't you afraid at all of Raging Steve?
He doesn't come here at night. I think he's afraid of the post shack.
Don't you guys have a welfare system to exploit?
Of course there is. But it's so meagre that I feel sorry for it, and I wouldn't want to exploit it.
Let's hope that Adamus didn't get any wrong information here. I don't have anything right now.
Maybe next time. I just wanted to thank you in advance.
I'd better leave you to your misery now.
The undiscovered country from
Who's that?
born...
Oh no, not him again. That's Raymond, the poor man's Shakespeare. Since he was allowed to be the scene shifter at one of our village fairs, he has airs and graces and recites his verses every night.
Oh, I see. If it's nothing worse than that.
Worse? Just listen to him. Then you'll think twice.
No traveller returns, puzzles the will. Just come closer. Step into my splendour and bask in my magnificence.
Where does your self-confidence come from?
What you call self-confidence is nothing but sheer self-knowledge. Thanks to my own perfection, I feel to be on the same level with the gods. Even more so as I've reached an unequalled perfection in the art of drama.
Ah, is that so?
Oh, yes. Just listen. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
I'm rather modest and don't want to bask in your magnificence.
What a fool you are! Or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. Don't Shakespeare's glorious words reveal anything about yourself?
Right. They don't say anything about me. Can I buy something from you?
I'm very sorry, but the night belongs to the muse. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay.
And who would bear your completely insane lyrics? I can't bask in your magnificence any longer. My sun lotion is all gone. See you later.
What's up, young man?
Is it dangerous outside the town?
Outside town? You bet it's dangerous there. I wet myself by the mere thought of the woods. It's teeming with wolves and robbers.
Why are you doing sentry duty together with a scarecrow?
Well, there is something against which my weapons are powerless.
Against Mom's rolling pin?
No, against expenditure cuts. My colleague got sacked because the councillors wanted to save the money. They also said there is no danger. Ha! They'd never dare to come here at night.
Are there really wolves in the woods?
Dear me, not only wolves, there's also bears, robbers and packs of murderers, and it's my terrible job to protect the town from these horrible threats. I sit here all alone and never know whether I'll live to hear the next cock crow.
Unbelievable that you protect us so self-sacrificingly, despite all those dangers.
You're welcome, but who protects me? I don't want to be eaten by some sinister creature. I'm much too young to die. Mummy!
Do you have a good income as town guard?
Not when I think of the night watches. No pay in the world is appropriate for this job when you night after night brave the dangers coming from the dark. Those were the days when I had a living colleague at my side at night, and the working hours are not so attractive as well. According to the contract, I have to work 25 hours a day. That means I have to take an unpaid vacation every day, which is taken out of my pay. Those magicians in the town council use every trick in the book.
I just wanted to have a little chat.
That's very kind of you. You know, sometimes I'm afraid to death at night. So every human voice is good for me. I mean, as long as it doesn't belong to a robber or a cutthroat.
I'm off again. See you. I better steer clear of other people's trapdoors as long as there's no need to use them. Who knows? Maybe I would get locked up down there.
What do you want?
I want to...
All right.
The werepoodle is strange. I thought animals weren't subject to the curse.
Well, yes, he surely is. He's just a werepoodle. On a new moon, he becomes human. But you won't meet him anyway.
Back to, reality. Enough said.
What do you want here, Shorty?
You make the magic capsules for the mail machine, right?
Indeed. I've taken over the company of my father, and I've revolutionized the mail system. Thanks to me and my invention, the mail shooting machine, Talon has become richer. Yes!
The council gave me the task of investigating the shootings at your house.
Ah, the honourable councilmen have finally started to do something. And they sent me this, amateur? This is an important matter. Someone's attacking my house at night.
But who?
What do I know? I can't go out of the house at night. Just look at those bullet holes. I suspect that witch Farida. That woman is capable of anything.
You don't seem to like Farida very much.
Farida? Hearing her name alone ruins my day. The miserable witch wants to get rid of me because I'm her competitor. Or she wants to take revenge because I stopped buying my magic varnish at her place.
Howdy.
Yuck. A talking frog.
Yuck. A talking human. How disgusting. disgusting.
What are you doing in the terrarium?
What would a real coast frog like me do in a terrarium? Well, what do you think?
Maybe making weather forecasts?
Wow, how did you know? Bingo! I haven't got a clue as to why those forecasts always have to be done by us frogs, but if it pleases you, I won't complain.
Don't you sometimes feel lonely behind the glass?
Well, I can't complain. I like being alone, and once in a while that strange shopkeeper puts a lady frog in here and whispers some smutty jokes in my ears. I guess the lady is a bit off her rocker.
You think she's doing that to make you and the lady frog and you...
Exactly. She doesn't want me to get lonely. This woman is a hippie. It's incredible. I actually thought they were extinct. They should put the last of them in a zoo.
What will the weather be like tomorrow?
It's a good thing you ask. It'll be, well, yes, I guess it'll be cloudy.
Ah, good to know. Will it rain as well?
Entirely possible, but maybe the sun will be shining from time to time.
Such precise information. How warm will it be?
Oh, warm. Very warm. But maybe also a little bit colder than today.
I see. That is something between 40 and 95 degrees.
I don't want to be held to that. In any case, warmer than in a fridge.
That's fantastic. So it won't be snowing tomorrow?
Not very likely. And there won't be hail. And I don't reckon a meteorite penetration as well. Even if so, who'll be around to care if I was wrong?
Okay, thanks. Now I know we'll have changeable weather and fluctuating temperatures. I hope I can get myself some swimming trunks and a winter coat. Where did you used to live before?
Back then, when I was an insignificant young frog without meteorological training, I used to live on the coast. That's why they call me the Coast Frog.
And how did you end up here?
Well, that strange woman who owns the shop came along and offered me a 2-year contract as a weather frog. She only wanted to pay me according to success, but I thought I'd better take some precautions so that I wouldn't starve. Then she put me behind glass, and since then I've been here. She also put a ladder in here, but I complained, so she took it away again.
But frogs usually need a ladder to predict the weather.
Hey, but I never claimed I was a usual frog. Jumping up and down a ladder just isn't my style. I'd much rather explain the forecast using the weather chart.
Isn't there a dreadful competition among the weather frogs?
And all these modern forecasters are complete idiots. Just dilettantes. They can't even tell you in the morning whether the sun will actually rise.
And your forecasts are more precise?
You bet. I can tell you without a doubt that the sun will rise tomorrow morning and the day after tomorrow, but I'm not so sure about the following days. But we might agree that there will be a sun in 3 days' time as well. The only question is, where?
How do you determine the weather?
That's a bit tricky. Allegedly, we frogs just feel it. Hey, but that can be deceptive. Even frogs are only human. You shouldn't rely on that alone.
You think this method isn't scientific enough?
Exactly. Satellite pictures are a lot more precise. I also created a concept for a weather simulation, But Farida won't give me the money for the magic abacus that I need.
How do you get along with Farida?
Once you get used to her, she's quite affable. But it takes some time. All those strange hippie songs she always hums, and the strange magical substances she always eats. One night she even wanted to kiss me, because she thought I'd become a prince then. But when I threatened her with legal actions, she stopped. Over my dead body. I'd rather have her gambling all night long so she won't bother me.
Ah, she's playing cards at night? With whom? What do you know about that?
Oh, I prefer to say nothing about that. Otherwise I'm in for nasty weather with my boss. I don't want to risk that.
I urgently have to go.
Welcome to Farida's shop for mysticism and magic.
Can you tell me the difference between mysticism and magic?
Of course. Mysticism is the inexplicable about magic. That's what some of the most informative specialised books in the library say, though it's their common aim to do quite the contrary by trying to fully explain magic. Completely unnecessary books, believe me.
Walt thinks you're shooting at his house at night. He'd be very grateful if you would stop that.
Walt dares to ask me for a favour. Never ever mention this arrogant, capitalist pig in my presence. The only favour I'd ever do for him would be to drown him in the closest well, just to save him from his unworthy existence. Did I make myself clear?
But you just can't shoot up the town every night.
What a stupid claim. I'd never do something like that. I'm not even able to. Just think of my pacifist standpoint. If you express anything to the contrary, I'll shoot your head off. Got it?
You don't seem to like Walt very much, do you?
Good heavens, no. Why shouldn't I like that capitalist cannibal who thinks his fellow men are either parasites or competitors? Why should I have a problem with his method of running everybody into the ground for his own benefit? He's just our good old Walt.
Have you known each other for a long time?
Too long. In kindergarten, he started selling my panties to anybody who wanted them, and then blackmailed them. The buyers, not the panties. Believe me, those are grounds for a friendship for life.
What do you actually do when you're not here?
What a funny question. Just what I'm usually doing. Planning the next world revolution, opening the mind with psychotropic substances, and of course, just hanging. Just hanging out. I guess today's youth doesn't even know how groovy hanging out used to be.
You mean just sitting around doing nothing?
Ah, you at least seem to know of it. I didn't know that. I thought that by the age of 13, you're all registered at a top-rate university and start planning your career as an investment banker. Yeah, right. Just hanging around and freaking out. That was our favourite occupation, apart from fighting for peace, love and understanding.
I just want to have a look around.
If you want to be left alone, then simply don't talk to me.
Well, Farida claims she isn't shooting around at night. Her statement isn't really convincing, and I can't help the feeling that I still don't know what it's all about. Maybe I should ask my little elf. Some sort of jackal statuette, made of black onyx. Looks as if it comes from a burial chamber. I'd better not touch anything I don't really want. I'm sure Farida has installed some sort of magic theft protection. That's a bottle with a ghost in it. It says, Magic Revealing Powder, suitable for the visualization of invisible magic papers. I'd expect something else when I think of eyeglasses. I'll just take one of the flyers. You never can tell if it could be useful. That's the prototype of a cash register. I bet Farida uses it to add up her exploding profits. That's an advert for a rejuvenation drink. Treat your body with a travel back in time. Tempora Vitalis restores your youth. The small print says that you shouldn't take more than a teaspoon. Otherwise, you might be rejuvenated by some centuries. What fiendish stuff! But I can't order it anyway. It's much too expensive.
This gnarly sulphur smell. Oh, it's so disgusting. What can I do for you?
What sort of statuette is that?
A magic dog in the form of a great guard statuette. A unique work of magic craft. In case of danger, the statuette automatically becomes a real dog that drives away the riffraff. You may have it for the special price of only 4 million gold coins.
That's not really a bargain.
I never said that, did I? Hey, I like that thing. With a price like that, I could actually consider a life without my favourite statuette, okay?
Where did you get the statuette from?
It's a good thing you ask. The point is, I don't know it. It was just here one morning. As I'm a totally honest person, I'm sure the thing rightfully belongs to me. But...
You can't remember anything?
No, how should I? That's actually the misery of the curse. You wake up in the morning knowing that you've done a lot of stupid things at night, but there's not the slightest trace in your memory. But that's maybe all the better.
I'm interested in this gin bottle here.
That's no gin. That's just an economical spectre. Nice that someone finally wants it.
What exactly is an economical spectre?
Well, this lazy little guy only makes an effort when he's sure that he'll achieve respectable results. That can be annoying from time to time. That's the reason why I cut the price from 10,000 gold coins to 10. What do you think? Will you take it?
That's a real bargain, but unfortunately I don't have the money. I'd like to buy this magic ink.
Why would you want to buy it? Capitalism is a real evil, but I have outsmarted it. The magic ink is for free.
Really? That's great. I just take the stuff without paying? Hey, that's really an alternative way of commerce. Really terrific.
Oh yes, it's for free. Completely. I guess you've already thought of ways to make the magic ink visible again.
No.
A silly mistake. I should tell you that this requires a magic powder. But fortunately, I happen to have a special offer on that powder. You may have it for only 30 gold coins.
I just want to have a look around.
That's fine with me. Then I can finally paint the shop front. It actually really needs it. Ah, yes, young man. Lest we forget, please put all objects back which you haven't paid for.
Farida gave me this ink, but what am I supposed to do with it? I can send secret messages with it, but what is that good for? But on the other hand, I could use the ink to mark things in a way that nobody can see it.
Hey, hands off the ladder.
I haven't done anything.
That suits me fine. The main thing is that you steer clear of my ladder. Otherwise, I might forget my proverbial pacifism and prophylactically smash your head in, okay?
Isn't the ladder a bit wobbly?
Please don't remind me of that. My legs start shaking as soon as I just think of that wretched ladder. And then it shakes all the more. But enough of that. I guess you'd like to change the subject as much as I do.
What's up?
There are a few things I don't understand.
What's the matter?
Do you really think it's Farida shooting? And if so, is Walt really her target? He isn't sitting on his canopy, so why is she shooting at it?
There might be something in it. On the other hand, there's that narrow alley between the houses. Maybe that has something to do with it. I guess you should have a closer look at the place.
That's all I need to know for now. I've got to...
Come on.
What is Farida then exactly?
Well, she's just a child of the flower power generation. Make love, not war. Love, peace, happiness. Say no to drugs. Oops, no, that actually fits another generation. This is more fitting for her. If you can remember your youth, you haven't lived it. But she's quite good at magic.
It doesn't sound like Farida was a role model for youth.
Rather not. But you can learn a lot from her. For example, how many nightshades you can eat before you go nuts. Believe me, she really knows a lot about that. And I better not mention the glaring remarks she utters at night.
Enough of all this trash talking. Enough said.